650. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk, the conservative activist who basically was assassinated in front of hundreds of people on a university in Utah. I guess he was there to speak or to just that I guess having a speaking engagement or something like that. And he was taken out. My condolences go out to his family and his friends. It's unfortunate. Young man, 31 years old. He was very conservative in his rhetoric. Made a lot of controversial comments towards minorities. It's just his politics were very extreme. It was MAGA. It depends on who you talk to. His friends and people who supported him and his supporters held him in high regard. He's very spiritual, like I said, very conservative. He was very pro life, and he was very controversial in his outlook for America in his eyes. That could have rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, but never to the point where I thought that he would just get taken out the game like that, allegedly in front of his family. I mean, there's an evilness and an undercurrent that's out there. We saw it with the attempted assassination of President Trump as he was running for president, campaigning for president. And then there was another plot that was foiled. So these, the Minnesota, the school shooting. So when I always say it won't be the first, it won't be the last, it's an ongoing cycle of violence, an ongoing cycle of dichotomy that's being manifested. And so, should we be surprised by when someone gets gunned down in front of hundreds of thousands, in front of hundreds of people that were out there at this rally? I think we should always be surprised, but I think when the dust settles, there's still this common fabric of disgruntledness that's out there, that people are, who they might think are their political rivals. It gets to the point where you're so extreme with your ideology that you become, caught up with this self-mission of, I have to do something, I have to stop this person's momentum by any means necessary, which is very dangerous. This is where we at. It's very volatile out here. What you say or what you promote or what your ideas of America, and if you get some type of following like Mr. Kurt had, people see that groundswell and they become apprehensive and agitated and triggered. And from what I heard, he was getting death threats, allegedly. But he kept persevering on his mission of what his America should look like. And I don't know if that cost him his life or it's just some maniac out here. He's on the loose. Whoever this person is, this shooter is on the loose. They apprehended somebody, but apparently they, released him. He wasn't the person. So there's someone out here who shot someone in broad daylight. Sniper's bullet or whatever. That's still running around out here. And how did he get away? He or she. I mean, with that much of a crowd that was out there in that rally, no one sees anything. No one. This is disturbing. It's disturbing. The lack of security for these people who have these speaking engagements, who are considered very controversial in their rhetoric. They have to be protected like anyone else. You do have free speech out here. You might not like what they're talking about, but apparently there's a lot of people, crackpots out here that look for the opportunity to take people out the game because of their politics. That's just un-American. But this is a violent country, and a lot of Americans can't accept that. They have this pie in the sky dream about America is just violence is beneath them when it was really not. This is the fabric of the country. Violence is part of American history. Very graphic violence. You can't turn a blind eye to that. You have to recognize that. You have to recognize what type of individuals that are being groomed out here. And they will take extreme measures, as they did with the unfortunate situation with Charlie Kirk, to stop anyone that's they consider a threat to their America. No matter what side you're on. This has been happening, and people have been taking, a very casual approach to it. I'm saying, as far as addressing laws and gun laws and stuff like that. So, in Utah is a state where you have license to carry. Everybody has a gun. So, I hate for a young man to just. At an event, and I saw it. I saw the footage, and it's terrible, man. It's terrible. It's terrible. I don't care what, his belief was and who he upsetted or ruffled the feathers of. The man did not deserve to get assassinated allegedly in front of his family. Allegedly. No one deserves that. And he's just at a speaking engagement. He's not. It's awful. 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 I just can't get that vision out of my mind. I wish I never saw it. I wish I never saw that. You might not agree with someone's politics. No matter how triggered you might be, you might get, and it marinates on you, whatever. You have to be able to process things and just like, look, if it's not, you're not rocking with it, you're not rocking with it. But that doesn't give you the right to take the law in your hand and just go out here and just, I don't agree with you, shoot you. And there's a lot of that is going on in society. This is just a more high profile situation. But this happens a lot. So be careful. Be careful out here, because there are some maniacs and people who think that they're above the law and they can do anything they want. And these people are assets. They're being activated by someone. We don't know. Obviously, there's going to be an investigation. I saw the governor. He was giving this. He had to make a statement as to what's going on, but he vowed that they will investigate, pursue, catch, prosecute whoever the individuals are involved to the full extent of the law. And that's all you can say at this point, because he probably doesn't know all the facts. Who do? Who's involved? How deep does this go? You know what I'm saying? The killer is still out there, though. And he's a threat to every one of us going forward until he get caught. So this is where we at. Vanguardian 650. Peace.